What challenges exist in translating ancient mathematical texts? Imagine trying to read a message written thousands of years ago, in a language no longer spoken, filled with symbols and ideas unfamiliar to us today. That's the challenge faced when translating ancient mathematical texts. These writings come from different eras, like the Egyptian, Greek, or Chinese periods, each with their own ways of expressing numbers and problems. Many of these texts are written in languages or scripts that no longer exist, such as Egyptian hieroglyphics or ancient Greek dialects. To interpret them correctly, experts need special skills in ancient languages and scripts, which can be quite rare. Another tricky part is that these texts often use words and descriptions instead of symbols we are used to today. Instead of using algebraic notation, they might describe a problem in words or use diagrams. This makes it hard to translate directly because we have to understand what they meant without the clear symbols we're relying on now. Sometimes, the way they describe things can be vague or open to different interpretations, which adds to the difficulty. A big issue is that ancient mathematicians often used different ideas than we do now. For example, Greek mathematicians focused a lot on geometry, while the Egyptians used practical arithmetic for land measurements. When translating, modern scholars must be careful not to impose current mathematical ideas onto these old texts. Doing so can distort what the original mathematicians intended to say, making it seem like they thought in ways they did not. Symbols are another problem. Ancient texts often lack standardized notation. A word or phrase might have meant different things depending on the context. Deciding whether to keep the original language or modernize it for clarity can be a tough call. It's a balancing act between staying true to the original and making the text understandable today. Sometimes, the manuscripts are incomplete or damaged. Parts of the text might be missing or faded over time. Translators need to carefully guess what the missing parts might have been, based on context and other similar texts. This process requires a lot of skill and can sometimes lead to different interpretations. Understanding the cultural and historical background is also vital. For example, Roman mathematic texts often focus on practical problems like land division, which differs from Greek theoretical work. Without knowing this background, a translator might miss the true purpose of the text. They need to consider the context to keep the meaning accurate. All these challenges make translating ancient mathematical texts a complex task. It's not just about knowing languages but also about understanding history, culture, and mathematical ideas from long ago. When done well, it helps us see how people from different times thought about numbers and problems, giving us a richer picture of our mathematical past.